it's not easy.
Let's talk about the burnout and that last year, you know, there was, we talked about it.
I didn't get burned out. I just didn't like the game.
I know, yeah. But we talked about it. We talked about retirement. You know, you had a little bit of doubt. And I don't think that
and it wasn't because I didn't like competing, because I'll always love competing.
Talk about it, though. Don't just like, like, tell me, like, what was going through your head? How did a retirement even seem as a possible, like, thing for you?
I saw the golden apple, Fortnite. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, I've always been a content creator, and my growth has been stagnant. Because in Call of Duty, it is so hard to grow at this point, just because the audience, there's like no growth in the audience. So like Fortnite, you have thousands and thousands of new players coming every single day, tens of thousands, like hundreds of thousands of players a month.
Yeah.
So you have all of these unique new viewers coming into the scene. Call of Duty, like, the viewers that are there. Like, I'm sure if you asked Ali A, I'll name drop someone, Ali A would probably say the exact same thing, because he's been a Call of Duty YouTuber as well. T. Martin, people like that. It's like, it's so hard to grow in Call of Duty right now. I've been stuck at 2.3 million subscribers for the past probably 2 years. And it's like, I can't vlog because I'm gaming all day. I'm practicing all day. Yeah. So it's so hard to diversify your content whenever everyone expects you to upload Call of Duty. Yeah. Retirement for me sparked from the idea that maybe I can do the full-time streaming now, because I know that I can do it. I know that I can do it. I've already done it. Yeah. Like, I know that I can do it. And if I didn't have to worry about anything every day besides waking up 10 a.m., getting some food, maybe going to the gym, showering, hop on stream from 12 to 8, get off, rest for a couple hours, watch TV, unwind, go to bed, have a content manager upload my videos for me, get back on the next morning, stream. Yeah. Like, that doesn't seem hard to me anymore. That seems like something that I can do easily.
And less stressful.
Because I've done it, and it's 100% less stressful. I mean, obviously, you're worried about your growth and viewership and stuff like that. How many subs do I have?
But you also don't have to worry about, the now 4 other people that you're letting down by doing that, because you're just...
Don't have to worry about that. Don't have to worry about fans criticizing me for underperforming, because it's going to happen. In anything, you're going to have a bad game. Yeah. It's inevitable. Everyone's going to have a bad game. Yeah. You're going to have a bad game. You're playing the best people in the world. Like, you can't be expected. People have held me to such a high standard because I've held the bar at that high standard. Yeah. So I didn't have that bad of a year besides the last 2 events. Mm-hmm. Like, I had a decent year compared to all the other subs. Like, I was not that bad as people say. It's just I've always been 1-2 in the sub category. So it's like, people hold me right there. So I had a mediocre year, like, in terms of everyone. Yeah. Like, I didn't have a bad year. But
still,
for me,
I had your bad year was still better than 90% of the,
No, not better than 90% of the people. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't have a terrible year in retrospect of the whole submachine gun scene. Mm-hmm. Like, I had a bad year for my standards. And that's why people are criticizing me. So imagine if I didn't have to worry about that. I just get on, I'm going to play Fortnite, and I would get good at Fortnite because I used to be pretty good and I didn't play that much. Yeah. Like, if I played it every single day, I'm confident in my ability that I would be disgusted. Look at Jack. Jack's pretty good at Fortnite. Yeah. Jack was a caster.
Well, Jack's nasty, though. No, he's good. He's good at video games.
I know, Jack's good at video games, but he ain't.
He ain't Scumpy?
He ain't the upper echelon of...
Although he's at the top 1%.
He's not a unit. I mean, he's good. He's top... He's probably like top 10, top 20% of players, like skill-wise. But
he's not top 1%.
I know I could do it. I know I could do it. Because I've always been naturally good at PC. Not naturally good, but I've played a lot of them, so I've gotten good at them.
Salamander Man.
I know I could do it. Salamander Man. I 1v5 ranked Gs in CS, and I played for like a month straight. So imagine if I played for 6 months to a year, like, I know I could do it.
He's like, what did you say? Up to Scump? What did you say? Up to gaming.
Up to gaming's the best. He's like, Salamander Man. That kid's played at LANs. The kid that was saying that, he was shocked, and he's played at Counter-Strike LANs, and then there's just me at 2 a.m. just swiping on people.
Yeah, swiping.
One-tapping people. After a month straight, imagine 6 months, I'd be nasty. But...
How close in reality, right? Because I know we discussed retirement, and I said I would never, ever let you, retire and on such a low level. Not after you built, not after what you worked so hard on, not after like everything that you built. I would never allow you to do something like that, even if I had to beat the shit out of you, right? I mean, with a loving hand. But those are discussions that you and I have, and that's what it is, right? But the discussions that you have with yourself internally, right, in your own head, how close, how big of a thought was that really? Because you can say it out loud, and it's just this like, but in your head, we never know if you're. I wouldn't know if you're 30%, like just saying that, or if you're like 99%.
I wanted out.
You wanted out.
I wanted out. But after playing Blackout, I went back in. So it's like, but after World War II, after our dynasty fell apart, that's when it was like, that's the highest it's ever going to go. Like, that will never be done again, in my opinion, in Call of Duty. That run will never be done again.
You don't know that.
There's so much competition now, and it spreads so...
I mean, the same... it's spread now.
It spreads so thin across so many different teams. Like, there are so many good players now, and everyone's at the highest like level at this point. Mm-hmm. Like, when we were on our run, we were those guys.
Yeah.
But now it's like, there's those guys. There's like 2 of them on every team at least.
Yeah.
So it's so much harder now to stay number 1 for back to back to back. You know, it's like TK did it back to back. Did Rise go back to back this year?
I don't think. Yeah, they did.
I think they did.
Yeah,
so
they
like,
did.
They went back to back.
And then Namus called them a dynasty.
And then the motherfucker got 16th at champs. No disrespect to Rise, because obviously they were disgusting.
Yeah.
But that's World War II for you. So like, I mean, we'll see how Black Ops 4 is. We'll see how, because World War II, in my opinion, didn't have much of a skill gap.
The team that we have in mind, or that we haven't announced, how confident are you in that team?
Obviously, very confident. We're gonna be nasty.
Nasty,
in my opinion.
Yeah. What about
on paper? We're nasty.
On paper, you're nasty.
It clicks.
Hopefully, it clicks.
Because last year on paper we were nasty too, and the shit didn't click. So hopefully it clicks.
What about from a content standpoint? Are they funny enough? Are they
idiots?
Yeah. Happy?
Idiots.
Are you happy with?
I love them. They're idiots.
Okay, good.
They're both idiots.
So you were at like 99 point there on the retirement. What made you say I'm just gonna go just Blackout and in the future, or what it is? What
you're saying? What made me want to come back?
Oh, what made you get away from that sort of negative place that you were in, where you were considering retiring? Because it couldn't have been just like because if you're really there, and if mentally you were like there, and it's not just like a switch where you're just like, oh, I'm back. You know what I'm saying? So either you were all the way there, or you were 50% there, or you were 30% there, which is why I asked that question, because you and I have conversations nonstop about this, and then I tell you that I'm not gonna let you do that, and that. But even through those conversations, I didn't know if you were 30% there, 50% there, 75% there, or like you just said, you really did want to do it.
I wouldn't say something if I didn't want to. I wanted to retire.
Yeah.
I did. World War II was the worst COD ever made, and it's not even close.
So what made you?
It's not even close.
What talked you off the ledge of not doing that?
I mean, placing top 24 champs didn't help. Placing 7th, 8th at playoffs didn't help. We got last at the last 2. The 2 biggest events, which are usually my best events, like personal wise, like individually as a player, those are usually the events where I go in and fry.
Yeah.
I was the opposite of the spectrum. So that was motivating to me, at least a couple weeks after. Obviously, right after champs was over, I'm like, this, I'm out. Like, I don't want to play anymore. But a couple weeks later, I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna around and come back and show him who's the man again. Like that was what
it couldn't have felt good, man. You know, being praised as
it didn't feel good at all.
To be doubted, after everything that you've done.
I'm still doubted. People act like I fell off the earth in Call of Duty, and it's like,
nah,
I'll be back.
Yeah, I personally have no doubts. Obviously.
Oh, the casters, like all the players, all the new players, like you've had one good year where you won 3 events. I've had years where I've won 9 events, and that was like maybe the best year you'll ever have.